The minority in Parliament is asking government to pull brakes on plans to implement the Customs Amendment Bill banning the importation of salvaged accident vehicles and second-hand cars more than 10 years old. The bill, which was passed in March, seeks to provide incentives for vehicle manufacturers that have set up plants in Ghana under the Ghana Automotive Manufacturing Development Program. Implementation is expected to begin in November. But ranking member on Parliament's Roads and Transport Committee, Kwame Agboja, says the law is not in the interest of the country.
Notice that we thought that was a good thing to encourage local production of goods, whether it's agro-processing or car manufacturing. It is a good thing. The part that we are not happy about is when, before the manufacturing, you have written in the law, you said shall be granted. So anybody who is part of the Ghana Automotive Development under that program, you shall grant them the right to import fully built vehicles. And we are saying that so far, we have been shown pictures of VW Polo being assembled. That is why I asked you, how many VW Polos did you find on the way when you were coming here? So it is not a situation where we are against the production of vehicles. We are saying that the way you've crafted the law, by even giving all taxes and tax exemptions to the manufacturers as against the local importers, you have already skewed the market to the extent that if you even sell VW Polo for 60,000, how many nurses, how many teachers? And we are saying, do you think Ghanaians can afford new cars and have chosen to buy used cars? No, it's because of the purchasing power of the people. So we are not against VW assembling vehicles. We welcome them. Toyota, everything. They've been here for a while. But if you give the same condition to the local importer, they could sell cheaper. In fact, they told us they could sell cheaper than 60,000. So the president is not doing us any favor. He's basically going to do exactly what he did to the banks by collapsing the local. And guess what? The impact of this will be worse than the banking crisis, because the number of people at Abosokai, at some magazine, it goes all the way to every corner of this country. And we don't think this law is forward-looking. It is too skewed to a few at the detriment of livelihood of thousands, and we don't think it's appropriate. And the fact that the finance minister and the trade minister are already showing signs of betraying the house. They told us they will lay an ally before they start implementation of some of the things. Now, we can see them telling the people 1st of November. Where's the ally? Secondly, part of the law gives the finance minister the right to even allow you to import salvage vehicles anyway. For us, that would just heighten the cronyism at a level.
But Communications Minister Esla Owusu-Ekufo has been defending the law. She says it will help provide local jobs for Ghanaians.
On the other side, as usual, scaremongering, poisoning the debate, seeking to turn a section of the economy against the government, and bastardizing a very well-intentioned policy that we all agree will provide long-term benefits for us. What they want to do is to what? Create, loot, and share today without thinking about the impact of their policies on sustainable jobs and livelihoods and the development of our economy over the long term. Unfortunately for them, the Akufo-Addo administration builds to last. We put in place policies that we will continue to derive benefits from over the long haul, not just for populist gain. Yes, there may be some temporary, any change, any new thing comes with change management. And the beginnings of everything has teething problems. And if you take your time and work it through, ultimately, the main objective that is needed to be attained will be attained. But it means all stakeholders have to go sit around the table and find ways to resolve whatever teething difficulties are there. They said the same thing about digital property address system. Hey. Today, we are all using it. They said the same thing about mobile money interoperability. Hey, it's not going to work. Hey. Today, it is benefiting the system. Paperless ports, they kicked against it the same way. But of course, If you don't understand the vision which is motivating the policies that have been put in place, you will come and make the same pedestrian arguments that I heard here this morning. This local assembly of vehicles is a good thing. And any local manufacturer who also wants to take advantage of the provisions of the law is free to do so. I know for a fact that the Ministry for Finance alone has purchased over 200 Kantanka vehicles and is supporting that industry all the way. So I fail to see how they can come and say that this policy is going to collapse the local automotive industry. On the contrary, it is going to complement it, create ancillary job opportunities in there, and grow our automotive industry, not just for the use of Ghana, but for export to the sub-region as well, so that it can give us sustainable jobs. If COVID hasn't taught us anything at all, it's taught us to be self-reliant and look within to see what we can do for ourselves. There will come a time when instead of using our hard-earned foreign exchange to import goods, we will be earning hard-earned foreign exchange by exporting goods which have been locally produced here, not just for the Ghanaian market, but for the sub-regional market as well.